Okay, currently at my father's house, and there was something that when I was a lot younger, there's actually a dimmer switch here. All right, I actually I had stuck a fluorescent bulb in there, and I flipped it all the way on, and it was fine. I just flipped it on real quick, and it worked fine. But I had the bright idea of putting it down like this. Well, it didn't change the brightness of the bulb much, the fluorescent bulb that was in there. But I walked away and came back, and it smelled like the bulb was going to start on fire. I shut off the light and I tried to take the bulb out, and I burnt my hand on the base of the fluorescent bulb. Now, I'm speculating. I'm not exactly sure if this is what's going on. I'm not exactly sure how a dimmer switch works. I'm actually speculating on a lot of things. But what I'm assuming was going on was you got your. See if I can find a better way to hold the camera so you can use two hands here, or the phone. Try this. All right. What I think what was going on, you got your normal, your pen that works, AC sine wave. Looks like roughly like that, maybe. Oh, shout out to BigClive.com. He taught me a lot of this stuff. Put a link to his channel down in the description. Anyway, I think a dimmer switch works by where you got your sine wave, and I think it cuts it off before or it cuts it off. I think it makes it, you get shorter pulses of it where what would it look like? Let's see. Maybe something like this. And then as you turn the switch down, the sine wave gets shorter and shorter. So anyway, you get the idea. I think what was going on in the fluorescent bulb, it was just like that actually. I'm thinking that it might be rectified, which would mean, you got capacitors in there. I guess I don't know what the how to draw a capacitor on paper, but you'd be charged. I would assume if you hooked up an oscilloscope to it, you would have got a reading that probably looked like the wave must probably look like something like that. And what I think was happening when I turned the dimmer switch down is it was charging up the capacitors, with a shorter pulse. So, I mean, maybe 0 volts would be here. And I think I'll flip it upside down to try to show you what was going on. Again, I'm speculating. I could be totally wrong. Where every AC pulse, it would be draining the capacitor even more, and it would charge it up, drain it way down, charge it up, drain it. And I would assume that draining it way down closer to 0 would build up a lot of heat in those capacitors, and that's what was, you know, starting to burn. Again, I'm only speculating. If somebody actually knows what was going on when I hooked the dimmer switch up to, or hooked the fluorescent light up to the dimmer switch, tell me down in the comments. But over here I have a variable transformer, and I think, you know, if I'm right about this, I haven't tried this yet, so I don't know if it'll work. But the way a variac, I think variac's a trade name, so it's just variable transformer. The way that works is, when you turn it up or down, you got your sine wave here that from peak to oh god, I can't remember now. No, it would be from peak to peak would be, this difference would be 120 volts, and as you turn it down, this sine wave would get shorter. So I mean, the pulses would be the same, you know, 60 cycles per second, but then, you know, you're actually reducing the voltage. So if it's rectified in there, then you'd be charging up your capacitors like how do I put it? Your oscilloscope would show you, you know, you would have your 0 volt line here, and your capacitors getting charged every pulse. And I think since it doesn't cut the pulse any shorter, I think it would just charge the capacitors to a lower voltage. I mean, there'd be pulses here, but they'd be down here. So if I'm right about that, you might be able to, somebody's probably already done this on YouTube and I'm just wasting my time. You might be able to dim a fluorescent light with a variac instead of a dimmer switch. I'm gonna give it a try right now. Probably you guys are probably tired of hearing me blab. Where's the right here? I gave this variac to my dad because from my experiments, 5 amps wasn't enough. It kept blowing fuses. Alright, so we probably want to set her, you know, for its start voltage right around where the mains voltage would be. So we flip this, I think the switch is back here. Flip this light on, flip. Okay, so that, I see. Alright, so the fluorescent light does turn on. Will it dim? God, it probably looks so shaky. I wish I had a GoPro. Can't afford it. Somebody doing manscaping out here. My dad does live here by himself. Let's give this a try. Turn it down. Okay, that's actually working. It's getting a little flickery. That is pretty cool. so you can dim a fluorescent light. Just by changing the voltage instead of the pulse duration. All right, I think if that's not actually or exactly what's going on, somebody please correct me, because again, I am just speculating. Well, anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.